everyone. Welcome to another weekly Practice Profit Report. Hey, I really appreciate you being here. You're doing meaningful work. Of course, I'm biased. You're listening to me. I mean, what can I say? Hey, good job. But, in all seriousness, taking a moment out of your week, out of that busyness that we talked about, and allowing yourself to recharge, to refocus, to reinvigorate, to be filled back up again. And most importantly, to take the information that we're going over and allowing that to make your lives better. I mean, at the very simple point of practicing what you preach, you help everyone else level up their lives every single day. But you know what? As I like to say, hey, that book, Leaders Eat Last, but Leaders Go First. And you got to find out which is which at what point in time. Okay, so at the end of the day, it's about servant leadership. In fact, one of the most significant life-changing books of my life. It was technically about the only thing I got out of business school, my MBA. It was a book called Servant Leadership. And so understanding that point is incredible. So today, I want to talk about something that is the absolute most significant and embodiment concept of leading by example. I can't think of anything else that puts you more in alignment and in integrity, with what you say you want and what you actually do. Behavioral alignment. Success is pretty simple when you have that. Okay? So first of all, it's like talking to a patient about health. You got to be the product, not just the preacher. Your team, okay, they can't just stir up the Kool-Aid. They got to drink the Kool-Aid too. You know what I'm saying? So here's what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about something that I heard from the great Zig very early on. And he would give this example of people's lives and how out of alignment, that's my word, that's not the word he used, they are. He would say that really people are at work wishing that they were at home, thinking about all the things they're neglecting or they could be doing or whatever, almost resenting the fact that they're at work. Then they would be at home, okay, and then they would be feeling guilty because of all the responsibilities at work. So they're at work, their mind's at home. They're at home, okay, their mind's at work. And so really, they aren't anywhere they ever actually are. And so when you understand that the concept of mastery on earth in human form is alignment between physical, mental, emotional, of course you could say spiritual, okay? Being, existence. That's what it is. That's what it is. Wow, and you think these profit reports about growing your dental practice. Well, the good news is that's the easy part. It's growing you. Okay, that's the more worthy, first of all, and far more challenging. So today is all about, you see it, the power of presence. Being where you are when you're there. By the way, when you're supposed to be, okay, and prepared for it. The number one secret to the power of presence, other than just like, okay, deciding, deep breath, clear your mind and let's go. It really is preparation leads to peace of mind. Not perfection or procrastination. Preparation leads to peace of mind. Remember, heads and tails, perfection and procrastination are the same. Heads and tails. One is heads, said positively. One is tails, negatively. It's the same thing. Just depending on people's self-worth, insecurities, okay, and self-esteem, okay, whether they will bounce back and forth between the word they use. Preparation breeds peace of mind. Peace of mind allows you to be present and in the moment. And that's powerful. However, a lot of people read this about like, oh, life is short, live for today, and all this other nonsense. Ridiculous, all right? That's all a cop-out. That's another verbiage point of procrastinating on future, okay, on putting off responsibilities. Total excuse. Here's the key. Preparation leads to peace of mind, leads to power in the present. but the present is used to create the future. This is the ultimate liberation. The key point to all success is that, by definition, this moment's gone. The video I started a few minutes ago, old news now. We are on to the next. Because of that, every present moment must be either, it's a catalyst for holding you back into the past, or a catalyst for facilitating you forward into the future. When you grasp this and you apply it to everything you do, when you're driving the car to the office, are you present in the moment of that drive to visualize and create your future? Or are you worried about the things you left back home? When you are at the office, when you drive home, are you thinking about the day? Or are you thinking about your day number 2, which is the real day, the evening at home? In your morning huddles, cleaning up yesterday or creating today. End of day huddles are the loose ends tie up for today, which is fine, but it's all about setting you up for success tomorrow. When we bookend our visits, we sit the patient down and we talk about not the news of the morning, but the visit in the next hour, the future of their health, of where we're headed. So I have to say, I talked to you about discernment, discipline, and determination. Maybe the greatest discipline of all is to be prepared, is to take time not just to sharpen a saw, but to make the moments count by being ready for them. And I will tell you this. One of the greatest things I learned from one of my mentors was this equation. The equation of reward equals responsibility. All right? Reward equals responsibility. If you want greater rewards in your life, you want more money, you want more time, you want more vacations, you want more satisfaction, you want to do all the wonderful things with your family. You want to not be tied down to dollars for hours. Okay? Now you think about this as a practice owner, right? You make a multiple, whatever, 10x maybe, of all the people added up. All the people added up. Okay? And that's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be, because reward equals responsibility. But when you try to take less of this, you deserve, and you will only earn and create less of this. So the greatest success stories of all time, athletes, leaders in society, inventors, creators, entrepreneurs, all the things, these people always sought to take more responsibility, to have a bigger impact, to own and play a bigger game. Okay? So how do you do that? Well, you do that by understanding that you must be omnipotent. It's just a simple deal. The leader knows most. The leader prepares greatest. The leader has the highest degree of responsibility. And the most important responsibility is to be prepared for the moment so that you can embrace the power of the presence. Okay? So now, the thing I want you to work on today is knowing that the more you are prepared, the more that you have vision, the more your intuition will allow you to expedite. It will allow you to be decisive. It will allow you to basically seamlessly move through all challenges, all obstacles. There will be those. Yes, I know. I say obstacles to opportunities. It's true. Challenges become creation of the future. All true. But it really is important. Where your focus goes, the practice grows. And the only way you can do that is if you have clarity, so that you may have the power of presence. So here's what I want you to think about. Your mind's eye is your secret weapon. Your mind's eye is like X-ray vision. Your mind's eye is able to see, create, predict, and ultimately control the future by leveraging vision, intuition. But this is never, ever possible if you don't have peace of mind delivered to you by preparation. And that is your responsibility. Okay? So I want you to think about these situations. When you're doing discovery visits, when you're delivering decision visits, pathways to health, when you are seeing the diagnostic vision for complete health, comprehensive dentistry, when you are walking into the office, to the huddle, to a team transformational meeting, your attitude will set the tone. Your inner feelings, emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, okay, are the things that are going to be like catalysts to lay the framework, the groundwork, the precipice for all of this. I want you to understand, this is where it's at. This is the work to do. And you are capable. This is mastery. Now, why do I bring this up? Because I want to remind you, one of my favorite sayings, nice little piece of artwork I have. You can see it right here. It says, can you see it? The most important work you will ever do will be within the walls of your own home. Okay? And I will even tell you, it will be within the sphere of your own head, the soul of your own heart, okay, the entity of your own being. That's what allows you to strengthen your deserved muscles, to beef up your power of influence, of impact, and of all the other things. So, you master the power of presence. You understand your vision. You light up the synapse of your intuition. You live your life through your mind's eye by being in total alignment of all these things. You're going to be amazed at what you can do to mold this big giant ball of a masterpiece of clay called your life. Now let's go do it.